Hi guys, that's Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and with Catherine we are doing rebalance on those nails. I have already infilled the thumbnail, and then I will show you how I'm doing it on those 4 fingers. So obviously we have sanitized her hands, and then our next step is to push back those cuticles. So just push them in nice and firm, but at the same time gentle. And then we are going to use the e-file and the safety bit to remove the old product. So put it on the e-file on the speed 14. I'm using K38, and then file away the previous color. At the same time, I'm going to thin out the free edge a little bit because we will shorten them. So thin up those free edge and the sides, because if we're shortening the nails we need to also remove those thickness, otherwise they will be quite bulky. It's actually a shame to say goodbye to this design. When you're removing the product, like, try to make it nice and even, so you've got less filing. So basically I'm infilling those nails with every single step, working on my shape. There is I've been doing quite a few of more advanced videos, guys, and you have told me that it is easier on the tips. Yes, I totally agree, but also we can always easily move a client hand any direction we want, exactly the same way like we're doing on the tip, with this difference that it cannot go like this. But yes, we can twist the client hand. I'm actually going to show you that as well. I know it's not as much related to the subject, but that question comes up really often. So basically we're painting the nails in that direction, but you could easily put the client hand this way. You could easily put, no, this way. You could easily put the client hand this way and check it like any kind of direction. So it does go like 360 degrees as well, the same way like a tip does. And sometimes I have to paint like this way. Usually I don't do it for a client, you know, but sometimes imagine like doing those extreme needed toilet work and they just prefer to twist your hand that way. You can easily do so. Now safety bit done. We are going to file a little bit around the cuticle area. So one side, and then other side. They have grown nice, decent amounts. Remove the dust. If it's necessary, trim the biggest excess of the cuticle. I usually do the cuticles at 2 stages. So first one is just to remove anything which is going to affect my product application, and then just before I'm applying the gel polish, after I have finished all the filing, I might need to touch it up a little bit more. Don't do guys too aggressive work, because we're creating a micro damage, and those micro damage can affect how the people react to the products as well. Like I actually never had an allergic reaction in my entire career, so I do really follow the steps. Now the next step is to shorten those nails, and when we're shortening them they become much thicker. You can see that. We need to file on the side, other side. Sorry, no, just perfect. Bring it higher up. Especially with Catherine, like I always have to bring those nails a little bit higher up, because over the time they just grow more and more downwards. So usually I would say maybe every third set we do it. Yeah, about every third set we just cut everything down and start again. Most of our clients is okay if we just continue and do the rebalance all the time. Eventually they've got just a natural nails underneath, but for Catherine we're doing a new set every 3 times. Always blend the old product with the natural nail, but you can also see it because I'm working fast-ish, not my fastest, because as you guys know I've got both of my hands gone, so they have been a bit overworked and injured. I'm just kind of a nice speed, but not touching the natural nail too much, because I like to take care of this part much slower and gentle, and I will show you that as well once we reach the last nail. Look also how I'm supporting a client finger, how I'm supporting the file, so my file does what I want. Like if you work with the file which is not supported, it's kind of like wobbly, so always the fingers goes there, so you can really control your file movement. Okay, once this part is done, next step, take a file and then just scratch the natural nail. So first of all, like I'm scratching only the natural nail, I can be more gentle around this area and I can make sure it is properly prepped, especially that's Catherine nails, believe it or not, they always last an amazing long time, but also they are very prone to lifting. So in many cases I would finish Catherine nails and then we will get the lifting straight away, which we have to rebalance. If we do that, they are lasting ages. Okay, so just remove the dust. Blue scrub to dehydrate the nail plate. So dehydrate it, wait for it to dry. An extra nail prep, which is another nail dehydrator, and then just wait for it to dry. Hi Sarah, we've got you again on the video. She's a crack. Okay, we will be back. Okay, that's us back. Sarah is on the sunbed, you can enjoy it. And then let's apply Universal Air Bond. Wait for it to dry a little bit. I quite like to use the fan as well. And then apply another scoop of it. Using the milky pink, we are going to infill those nails. So that's the milky pink. It looks so nice and pretty. Okay, I can switch off the fan. And then we are going to put a nice and thin layer. So nice and thin layer through the entire nail. Nice and thin layer, cap those free edge, cap those free edge. And then on this one, tiny wee scoop to move the apex and just fill up those gaps. Press it harder to smooth out any excess of the product. Do the same on this one. And then watch your temperatures. If you can, if it is kind of cool-ish temperatures, you can carry on and do maybe 2 or 3 nails. If it's very warm temperatures, then I suggest you just freeze one nail after another. You can see this one is start running to the side, so I have to quickly cure it. Freeze the product for a couple seconds. Normally I would swap the hands, but I'm just going to show you on those ones. So once you reach 5 seconds, you can safely remove the hand and apply the product on another one. But as I say, normally I would work like swapping the hands. So thin layer, and then fill up the gap. Very gentle presses if you want to leave more product, and then much stronger presses if you want to have less product. Freeze it in. That gives me a time to pick up the product. That's it. And then do it the same in here. So nice and thin layer. Look how my brush is splitting. It's really filling up those places. It's capping the free edge as well. And then very gentle application. Also, we've got those very thin layers around the cuticle area, and that's plenty for our product to be in there. You can check the side view as well. And then cure them 60 seconds, and then we will file them. Okay, that's them cooked, so we can remove the UV cleanser. Oh gosh, we can remove inhibition layer with the UV cleanser, and then we can shape them. So first of all, we are going to do it one side. File it in into a kind of V shape. Shorten the free edge. Bring it at higher up. Remove the thickness from the free edge. You don't want them to be too thick and bulky in there. So you can see which places I have filed, and then just blend everything around the cuticle area. And then that's this nail filed. Go into another one, so one side, other side. Bring it higher up, shorten the free edge, thin it out. Again, I'm trying to don't touch the apex area now, but I have to blend everything around the cuticle area, like nice and properly. And then do it again in here. Bring it higher up. Shorten the free edge. Thin it out. That's why I wanted to show you on the beginning when I was filing with the e-file, to remove some excess of the product from that part, because otherwise you would need to file it quite a lot if you want to shorten the nails. So this is a really handy tip to do it just before we start doing the rebalance. I can taper this one a little bit more. And then file the pinky. Again, higher up. Shorten the free edge and then thin it out. Once the biggest bulk of the product is removed, we can swap it to the buffer and then just perfect our shape. So what I would do as the next thing is just clean up any dust. And then using the buffer, we are going to make them nice and smooth. So hold it, the client nail, and protect the nail folds. Buff it everything, but don't go to the edges. You can see it, I have again got some left places because I don't want to hurt my client. So when I'm filing like this, I can file a little bit faster. without of worrying on the nail folds. And then using the Precise buffer, so that's 100 by 180, like remove sharp edges from it. We are going just to perfect this shape, and I will show you maybe on a one nail to don't keep you bored, and then we can move on into the design. So I'm just touching up everything around the cuticle area and really playing with the shape, making sure, thank you, bye, making sure there is no ugly places. If it's necessary, I can go back to the file and now really slowly like working on the nail and making sure it's pretty. Do it on this one as well. When you're buffing, make sure the nails aren't directed too high up. If they do, it's easy to catch it. So that's another handy tip for you guys. I love this movement because we can really perfect the shape. Again, I can lift this arch a little bit higher. And sometimes we cannot see some things until we actually get to the nail with the buffer, and then we can just make it nice and pretty. Okay, that's the last one, and then we can move on into the design, and we are going to go for some brownie-ish color. Since it is a fall time, like autumn time, I thought it will be really nice to show you those kind of designs. So those three nails are prepped. I will show you what else I do. So after I have done them filing, I can go back to my cuticle nipper, and if it's necessary, I might go and trim some other places. But now I'm not risking on overdoing the area, especially that I have finished all the filing, and I feel much comfier doing any more of the cuticle work after we have completed the filing. You can see it, I've got quite a lot in here. Those wee raggy bits and pieces. Okay, that's me ready for a nail art after we buff that nail. All ready for the design. So on the middle finger we are going to put those 225, which is brown color. It's actually a really pretty one, perfect for autumn. And then on this ones, in a random way, we are going to apply the same color. So just totally kind of random. On the pinky, we are going to put 92, which is a sparkling glitter. And then we can give it a cure. In the meantime, when our hand is curing, I'm going to, on the back of the form, I'm going to prepare the other stuff which we will need. So that's the black foil gel. So just a drop of it. And then cut some gold piece of the transfer foil. Okay, that's it cured. I can apply a second layer of the glitter. Grab the 225. And apply second layer of it. Take some transfer foil gel glue and again totally random apply it into Dorota Nail. Cure it. We have to cure it at 60 seconds now for the transfer foil gel to catch the design. Okay, get the foil ready, and then once it's cooked we can transfer the transfer foil. So just go over it, and it looks fantastic even just like this. You know, you cannot go wrong with the transfer foil, but leave those empty spaces as well, like, because that gives us third color, and I think it just makes it even more interesting for this design. Using the D-liner brush, we are going to paint some leaves in here. So nice and thin stream. And then just paint those leaves. Really autumny design. I love using transfer foil on this time of the year. As you can see, it each time when I'm painting the leaf, I also prolong it a little bit. Just so it has a nicer shape. Then go opposite direction. Paint another stream. Stream or stem? Stem.
Stem.
Stem, thanks. Not of it. Okay. Stem. That was actually a pretty fast set.
You was one lad.
Yeah. So it looks pretty, like, and
So nice.
really complicated, but it's actually quite quick to do it. I would call it a very salon-friendly design. Okay, opposite. We have to put some decoration up in the middle finger as well, just so it doesn't feel lonely. And now you will need to follow my instruction for the middle finger if you wanted it to work nice. So once I finish painting those leaves, we are going to put the matte top coat over it. This foil is so shiny. So matte top coat over the middle finger. And then give it a cure. Put your products on the side because you don't want to have them damaged. I take it back. And then I can straight away put the top coat. Or did we put the top coat? No, we didn't. So to save the time, straight away I'm going to put the top coat over the glitter one because it's completely finished and ready. And then cure it. Okay, that's them ready. So grab the buffer. Because we didn't put the top coat over them yet, I'm going to place the fingers higher up and then pull this one lower down. Use the blue scrub to clean it, the matte top coat, but also at the same time I'm going to give it a couple scratches to it, so give it a buff. Then clean it again, and then we are going to use the black gel again, but we will also make it look gold. So clean everything well. This is a question which came up on the videos as well, so just follow those steps. Nice and thin steam. Paint those leaves. And this is a gel which we can use it for transfer foil for a precise designs, like when we really want the detail to be visible. It would be quite hard to paint with the clear one, so the black makes our life much easier. And it's more precise because it's not as runny as the top coat, or it's not as runny as the other gel, so I quite like for very precise designs. If you would like to use a transfer foil over it, you would have to cure it 30 seconds on a low speed curing. And if you want to use it for a chrome, you have to cure it at 120 seconds on the normal speed curing. And that's what we are going to use it today. That's why I had to put the matte top coat, and that's why I had to buff it. If you wouldn't put the matte top coat, but you would use a normal top coat, the chrome would stick into that top coat as well, because the chrome sticks into the no wipe top gel, which obviously has some inhibition layer. So we are going to cure it exactly 120 seconds now. Okay, we can just clean the desk because we don't need so much stuff, and then we will use the chrome 02, so that's like a goldy chrome. I still need to cure it a couple seconds longer, and then we can just rub that and apply the top coat, and you will be able to see the final results. Perfect. So grab the chrome and just rub this in. You can see it, how pretty it is. Absolutely amazing. Give it a good rub to it. Remove any excess. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. Then apply the top coat all over them. Cure it, clean the hands, apply the cuticle oil so things looks much nicer and prettier. And then we'll be able to take a beautiful thumbnail picture for this set. I actually really enjoyed doing it, and as I say, so quick, so salon friendly design. Top coat over this one. Yeah, and you can see the final results obviously after we clean the hands. I hope you have guys really enjoyed those salon tutorial. Sending you glittery hugs, and bye for now.